Welcome back, Social Blade team members. The crew is here. The audience is here. I don't know what to say anymore. This has been way too stressful. We've done this show like 8 times within 2 minutes because of problems. We're just gonna we got pretty much the whole crew here and one digital animation of a Kestel Caden. Let's go down the line and you'll probably be explained a little bit more after a while. I'm Dave. You guys know me, the regular on the show, the support manager. That's Ergo over here.
Hey, I'm Ergo, founder of Social Blade.
He makes it happen.
I do.
I'm Danny. I'm the intern. I do lots of things that don't involve bringing people coffee. Yeah, you might see me on social media a bunch. I also write blog posts and just in general do whatever needs to be done.
Yeah, if you guys see the question of the day on Twitter, most of the time it's this guy doing that.
And I'm Jenna. You guys all know me because I'm on here every week, and I also do a lot of the consultations for Social Blade.
Cool. So while I was freaking out with Jay trying to make all of this studio thing work, Ergo and the team were discussing what we're going to talk about. So what are we going on?
Yeah, so today, since we sort of have all these people in studio, we thought we'd do a couple of things. One, we're even more than usual actively monitoring all the comments here. So if you guys have any questions, we're going to try to sort of intersperse it throughout the other things we have to talk about and sort of respond to you guys. So feel free to ask anything you want in there, at least if it's appropriate.
We kind of forgot somebody again.
We forgot Kestel again?
Kestel.
Well,
this is why you got to be here, Kestel.
You introduced him.
He didn't introduce
That was the first
himself.
time.
Oh, well.
During the audio cutout.
That's Kestel.
Hello.
Kestel heads up our sort of works on the website and designs and stuff like that. We work together to make things happen on that. And yeah, Majestic, ask your questions in the chat. Like I said, we're monitoring that.
Hi, Majestic. We love you.
Yes. And in between, again, answering your questions, we got a number of news items to sort of talk about sort of some interesting things that have happened in the YouTube world this week, as well as social media in general. So
So I went to Playlist Live this past weekend. That was a lot of fun. I met a few people who knew what Social Blade was. I handed out some wristbands and cards with information on them and whatnot. If you were there, you should have looked for me. I had things that you could have taken for free. But that was a really good time. It was cool. It's always fun to go to events and to be able to see the community in person and interact, in real life. Because we're so used to seeing people's screen names on YouTube and whatnot, and then watching their videos. But it's cool to actually see them in person. So that was a lot of fun.
So how did it compare to like VidCon? You've been to VidCon also. You haven't been to the other playlists, right?
I did once.
Oh, you was? Okay.
Yeah,
so how does this compare sort of, since these are the three, I don't know. I personally like park type gatherings, but in terms of like convention gatherings, how did it compare?
So it was the first year that they did one up in New Jersey in the tri-state area. So it was a little bit new. There wasn't too terribly much going on, but it was still really cool to see everyone. They had a new system for meetups. So for those that were trying to meet their favorite creators that have like 1 million subs, they had a really good system in place this year for doing that. It was a ticketed system. So you reserved your meetup spot in advance online so that you knew who you'd be able to meet without having to wait like 7 hours and lining up at 4 in the morning.
So sort of like what VidCon's planning to do for this next VidCon.
Yeah, VidCon's planning to do it. Playlist Orlando is also going to do it. And I think that's kind of the way that the big events are moving towards going forward. So yeah, I still think that Playlist Orlando and VidCon were a little bit better in terms of content. They had more going on. But I did get to meet Al Roker, so that was a thing. He was moderating a panel at Business Day, and I got a selfie with him.
Nice.
That's always fun. But yeah, all around it was a good event. I'm glad I went. For sure.
Cool. So I mean, Playlist is one way to do this. We got a question from Mudkip in the chat. What's the best way to network since events or something?
Yeah, definitely try and go to events. I mean, you don't have to certainly network. I think that being active on social media and then reaching out to other people that you might be interested in. I don't know what sort of networking you're into, but reaching out to other creators and just interacting with them there is a great way to begin the whole process of networking. But if you do get the opportunity to go to one of these events or even like local gatherings around you, those are really fun too. I know that like here in Seattle, there's a Seattle YouTube creators Facebook group, and they have like weekly or not weekly, monthly meetups that they have. And they just like get lunch and chat and vlog together. So look for one of those near you. There might be something out there.
Yeah, and also, guys, if you're going to an event where you're meeting people in real life, make sure you actually have business cards with you, or something that has your information on it, because everyone meets so many people there. You need to have something with your information so they can find you. And also, right on YouTube, commenting on other people's videos, and not just saying something like nice video, but actually having something clever or something with input to say, so that people will actually click on your profile, go to your channel, because they think that you're entertaining. I'm sorry, I'm totally distracted because Dave just like totally got up and started messing with my camera.
I'm not gonna mess with it. It's kind of broken, but it's not. I forgot there's on-screen displays and stuff that's gonna come up if I mess with that.
Since we're talking about business cards also, one thing just about those, you got to make something or put something on your business card that makes it really stand out. A picture of your face, for example, might be something good, or
Yes.
some distinctive logo, something on there that makes, if you go to an event, you get like 100 business cards. And when
Yeah.
you're looking at them after, you might forget. So either some catchy saying that is really defining you, or again, your picture, something that makes it stand out.
And it's really worth it to go with a professional printer. It's really not very expensive to get. It's like, I think a lot of the times you can get like 250 cards for like $10.
Yeah.
So it's totally worth it. And if you're no good at doing graphic design, then use one of their pre-made designs, because having something that looks professional, it like gives you instant credibility, as opposed to, oh, look, these were printed on an inkjet and they're smeared and there's a sticker stapled to it. We've gotten some of those before, and good try, but
Yeah. People are asking also what type of events to go to, or what are some of the big events. It really also depends sort of on the genre of your videos. Like, it looks like we got people talking about MLG. So like gaming events, if you're a gamer, MLG, PAX, things like that are definitely sort of the things that you're going to want to go to. More than things like VidCon. VidCon itself is great to meet sort of the YouTube community as a whole, as well as sort of the business side of things. There's a lot of networks there and advertisers, that type of level of things. But if you're playing games, MLG and PAX and Minecon, things like that are maybe more of the right ones for you. I know there's, it's not really my genre here, but there's like fashion events and things like that. Each niche sort of has their own type of events that you want to be on the lookout for, to sort of network with the right crowd of people. Because the world in general watches YouTube. So you need to sort of break it down a little bit to sort of target your audience as well also.
Very much so.
Kevin, we're saying hi to you right now.
Hi, Kevin.
hi.
So beyond that, there was some changes in YouTube that happened this week that were kind of interesting.
Changes.
Yes.
Again.
Yes.
Good changes, maybe?
Well, yes and no. So there's been a trend for, I don't know, maybe, I can't remember exactly how long it's been. We'll say a year, might have been less, but YouTube has sort of gotten away from the URLs where people have actual usernames in them for a while. For the longest time, you could go to youtube.com/user/mine, for example, ergo6667 was my channel name. And YouTube for a while, and you could sort of do this off and on if you knew the right people, get like custom aliases. So I have, for example, youtube.com/ergo that goes to my channel. But they've sort of shut that down or made it harder for people to do it for a long time. And when you make a new account, it's youtube.com/channel/abcd1259876, just a bunch of random junk. And it makes it really hard to give that out to people. So sort of YouTube's answer to all of this is something that just happened. They announced it on the 24th, on Monday. And it looks like they're getting rid of, unfortunately, the youtube.com/user/username thing.
What?
I know.
That's the good part of
I agree.
YouTube.
They made it impossible. They shut down the page that made it so you can create those. And they're changing it to be, I think it's youtube.com/C/an alias, which is fine if they want to do that. The problem, though, is you need 500 subscribers, at least at the moment, to get one of these. That makes it a problem for Social Blade because you put in your username on there.
Well, it's also a problem for brand new YouTubers. You know, it's already really hard to start growing your channel from the ground up. You really have a lot of things working against you. And to not be able to share your, to share your YouTube URL in like an easy to write down format on a business card or something, that's really tough. There is a quick way around that using something like Bitly to create a shortened version of your YouTube URL, but still, that 500 subs, that's like a lot higher than you need even to get into a lot of networks.
Yeah. Kessel, do you want to talk a little about how that affects us also?
Well, before I get into that, let me just go through the timeline of what exactly happened. They were very user-friendly. They removed usernames, and now they're re-adding usernames, but in a different way. I don't personally see why they couldn't just fix the original, not shove everything to a brand new format, because not only does that make things more difficult for apps, websites, or anything else, it's just confusing. People have 2 separate usernames. I don't know when they're going to get rid of the other ones, but at the moment it seems like it's just a whole bunch of extra complications. I don't know if you guys agree or not.
Yeah, no, you're absolutely right there. I'm happy that they're putting usernames back, making it an actual thing, but I don't think they're doing it in a very user-friendly way right now.
Well, it's just that they already have a username system.
Yeah,
that's the whole thing.
So, but is this going to mean that people that already have a custom name, can they choose another one now?
I was looking on there to see the new setting. I couldn't even see it on my account when I was looking, at least yesterday. I think when I heard the rumor of this, they were going to reserve people's existing ones, but I don't know. So it might be a mad rush soon. So check on there.
By the way, Social Blade belongs to us.
Yes. But
Nobody steal it.
Marcus or Green Gully in the chat here has an interesting thing that people are going to possibly have to redo their business cards now also.
Yeah, I used to have URL on my business card, and I sort of went away with that. I started going with the QR codes; those sort of died down. But I guess maybe just type in a general title. Like I used to run the Sonic Corp Studios channel, so I always put Sonic Corp Studios big bold font, and people search for it. Even on Google, it'll show up. So maybe that's the way to do it, right?
Well, and of course, this is one of the reasons why you really should invest in getting your own website, because you can always, no matter what they change your channel URL to, you can always embed it on a website, and that you can control the name of.
So you can
even just redirect it.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say, actually, Kestel. So, for example, if you have a website, you could maybe even make like youtube.yourwebsite.com. Just tell people to go to that, and it'll redirect to your website.
Or even there's a .yt top level domain. So I have danny.yt, and that takes you to my channel.
Nice.
If you have a couple bucks to spend.
Yeah, and I mean, it's not something that's really expensive. I mean, you can get a domain for what you think, like $10 a year or something like that.
It varies. Each domain costs different amounts. We have, by the way, just since you brought that up, socialblade.yt redirects just to our Social Blade webpage. So I don't remember how much YT is off the top of my head, but
it was a little bit more than a dollar.
Yeah, I'd say they range, depending on where you get it from, anywhere from any domain from like $5 a year to $50 a year.
This episode sponsored by hover.com.
No.
Anyway, do you want to sponsor us?
Dave,
talking about sponsorship, Dave.
Actually, that is a good topic.
There's a segue.
That was so natural, right? Talking about sponsorship, Dave.
Let's talk about sponsorships. I don't know. I'm not I guess the closest thing to sponsorship that I have is people send me things every now and then. But
Dave, we're not talking about you.
YouTube.
This isn't the Dave show.
YouTube pulls.
Dave,
I'm off today.
Just not on it today.
You missed the cue. We're talking.
Should I go back to operating lights?
Yes. No, we have in the agenda, Dave. There was an article that these YouTubers sort of got in a little bit of trouble for okay, so in general, when you make a sponsored video on YouTube, various government agencies, in the US it's the FTC, in the UK, what is it called over there again? The ASA, are sort of these governing bodies that tell you sort of best practices and what you really need to do in your video slash website slash whatever if you're not making a video solely with your own opinions and it's something that is sort of paid for also. And these YouTubers, you know more about the YouTubers here, Dan. You want to?
Yeah, so Dan and Phil, if you're familiar with them, Dan is Not on Fire and Amazing Phil. It looks like they made a video with Oreo, and they went ahead and they made it a fun video. It was very engaging and seemed very natural for their channel. It fit their personalities great, but they got yelled at by this ASA, the UK equivalent of like the FTC, for not disclosing in the video, actually saying in the video that it was a paid video, that Oreo was paying the money. They had it in the description, but they didn't actually verbally say it in the video. And it looks like they got slapped on the back of the hand for that. Yeah,
the FTC, again, the U.S. version of this, Federal Trade Commission, is saying, they have a quote here from in October, the basics are that disclosure has to be in words that the consumer can understand. It can't be just a URL or a link. It has to be in a place where the consumers can see it. Certainly as a practical matter, the best thing would be to put it in the video itself or for the person to say, and for the person to say it. Which, I mean, in general, the description is somewhere the consumer can see it, but I don't know, there's probably some statistics somewhere, but I'd say the majority of people don't actually read the description, especially if you put it at like the very, very bottom there. Oh, yeah. Probably very low percentage. And then they're saying at least the best practices is to put it in the video, though they're not saying you need to.
Well, you know, a quick way you could do this is you could just throw up a quick annotation when you get to that part. This video is sponsored by, and then have it go away.
Yeah.
Of course, that wouldn't show up on mobile, though, so you might still get in trouble.
This is true.
But, I mean, it's going to be an issue because so many people do get sponsorships.
Yeah, it's becoming a really big thing for creators to supplement their income since ads alone on the videos don't really pay all that much. I mean, they do, but it's a good way for creators to make quite a lot more.
So, I mean, do you think then it would be okay that then just at the very end of your video you have a kind of like, you know, the old public television thing? This video was sponsored by...
And I mean, I think that's okay, but I think it makes the video a little less genuine because advertisers love to do brand deals with YouTubers because their viewers come to them for a personality and they have like a specific format that they do.
Yeah.
And it just seems really natural when they talk about the brand in their video. And I think sort of making them say, hey, we're being paid by Oreo to do this challenge or whatever would sort of...
I don't know. Honestly, I think first off, the companies shouldn't tell the creators what they have to do for the video. That's number one. That creators should always, if you're making one, especially, I mean, yeah, you should always make it yourself. Come up with the idea and don't make it commercial-like because that's why they're coming to you in the first place. But I don't think it's bad necessarily at the end of the video. Just like, I mean, everyone does it a little differently, but at the end of videos, if I use music and then I put a little notice at the bottom of the video, music by this, why not also put video sponsored by this? Like, I don't see a problem.
You know what? I think you should do it like car commercials. Have you ever watched the car commercials and then at the very bottom of your TV screen, which you really can only read if you have like a 50-inch TV screen. Yeah. It's asterisks. Professional driver on closed course. Don't try this yourself type thing. Like these tiny notices.
Like the fast talk.
I thought you meant all the audio.
Fast pace, all the video. All those disclaimers and such. Yeah.
But yeah, if you ever watch like car commercials or especially like commercials for medicines and stuff, they have this teeny tiny text at the bottom. So, and that I know, you know, they're doing that. It's also for, you know, I'm sure in the UK, the ASA, here, the FTC, those are the regulations that they have to disclose those things. So, maybe we're going to just start seeing unreadable teeny tiny text on the bottom of YouTube video.
I think it has to be readable still, but I mean, even on TV, it's readable if you pause it.
Yeah, that's true. But, you know, there's a big difference between readable on, say, a laptop versus readable on my teeny tiny phone.
If you're watching in 320p, then okay, maybe. Or 360p, whatever, yeah.
Yep.
So, yeah, the other thing, I guess, that's sort of somewhat related to this is Activision. If you're uploading Call of Duty videos, it's not necessarily that you're not putting sponsorship in, but there's a big thing going around right now that if you're uploading glitch videos of Call of Duty Advanced Warfare, you know, the latest Call of Duty, you might get a copyright takedown on that. So just a general FYI and be careful right now.
Which totally sucks because glitch videos are so much fun.
I know, right? I don't. Yeah.
But I guess they don't want to advertise that there are glitches because that, I mean, obviously it's something that's not supposed to happen.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think it's right, but I mean, they are allowing people to use the content in the first place.
Yeah.
You need, yeah.
It's their decision.
Yeah.
So on a different topic, it's kind of related. A few days ago, YouTube released another creator preview video. This is something that they did exactly 6 months ago, where they talked about their plans for the coming 6 months. And some of those were, 60 frame per second uploads, which gamers now love. And then also the YouTube Creator Suite app for mobile, where you can see your analytics in more real time, more updated, instead of having that, I believe it's a 2-day delay. So they came out with another one of these, and they're teasing some upcoming updates that include creators and fans alike being able to create animated GIFs out of your videos, which would be a really powerful feature, especially if you're just uploading a video and you want to sort of tease it on Twitter, now that Twitter supports GIFs, and like a lot of people use Tumblr to post their GIFs. So you could post a little 3-second animated teaser of your video to entice people to click on the link. In addition, they also were talking about comments, how they're working to improve top comment algorithms, and comment moderators as well. So if you have a big channel and you find abusive comments to be an issue in your comment section, you can ask a friend or a manager or a producer to help you moderate your comment section without having to give them full control over your channel.
Yeah. Yep, and that's so important because, when you are getting like a comment every 5 minutes, that's a lot of comments. And of course you can set up like your keywords to kind of filter out comments for review, but I mean, you're going to get good comments filtered out and you're going to get bad comments that get through because people figure it out, and so they type words with little asterisks in place and stuff like that. So, if you do have a really big channel, it's probably worth it to look into seeing if you can find someone to become a manager on your channel. It's really easy to add them and to actually control what level of permissions they have, and they can help you out with those comments. In fact, that's something that we do at Social Blade to help out. So,
you want to talk a little about that? And also, actually, there's a question: any tips to gain more subscribers? So, Jenna, since you're sort of heading up our EDU section and consulting,
we don't get that comment enough.
Yeah.
How do I get more subscribers?
How do I get more subscribers? How do you get more subscribers? So there are 2 basic ways to get more subscribers. One is to ask the subscribers you already have and get them to help you do that by having them help share your videos, have them share with their friends why they are subscribed to you, why do they find your content valuable. So that's one way. The other way is for you to share your content yourself. And it's not enough to just be on YouTube, okay? You guys, you have to be on Twitter. Facebook groups, like we talked about last week, can be very powerful. Even things like Tumblr, Instagram, you have to be out there. You need to network in forums that have to do with the topic your videos are about. It's really just about spreading the word. Also, make sure in your videos that you're actually asking people to subscribe. So it seems so silly, but unless you actually do that call to action of please subscribe to my video, people don't.
That's
and
weird.
You can put the little annotation in with the link right there. So that's how you get subscribers. Sounds easy, a little bit more difficult in real life. It does take time, and so don't give up too quickly. And then about the whole, managing comments, we do, as I'm sure you're all aware, we do consultations. And so you can get a free 15-minute initial consultation where we'll quickly go over your channel and give you some general advice, see if you'd be a good fit for our more premium consultations, which do cost some money. And one of the things you can do is you can actually make the consultant, which is normally me, a manager on your channel so that they can go in and see your analytics and really give you very targeted advice. In fact, you can even hire us on a monthly basis to help control your comments, to maybe help you with doing SEO on your videos. There are a number of different things that we can do to help take the pressure off of you, especially if you have a big YouTube channel that gets lots of traffic. You know, it just makes it easier. So if you're interested in that, go to socialblade.com/consulting. We made it nice and easy.
Yes.
There's a little video about it. If you have any questions, you know, you can contact us or just set up that free initial consultation, and, you know, we can talk about it with no obligation.
The cartoon will explain all.
Awesome cartoon.
It's a great video.
It is. You guys all need to go see this video just for the entertainment purpose.
You
Yeah.
really do.
Yes.
So I guess something else that's was interesting news. If do you guys use Spotify at all?
I love Spotify.
I listen to
I've
Spotify.
used it in the past. I'm more
Yeah.
a Pandora fan.
I personally use them both, but I like Spotify for the whole purpose of like making a playlist of things I want and then having it on my phone. But anyway, one person that you can't have on there anymore is Taylor Swift.
It irritates me so much. These people live in the middle of nowhere. I had to drive an hour to get here today, and I could not listen to my Taylor Swift. You don't even understand how upset I was about that.
The sad part is I think he's not probably lying.
I'm not joking. No, I listened to One Direction's new album instead, and I was thoroughly disappointed.
Uh-oh.
I mean, it was a good album, but it wasn't as good as Taylor Swift's album.
Wow.
Although Night Visions is my jam for any Directioners out there.
But what happened here exactly? It was...
So Taylor Swift is very down with Spotify. She didn't want to put up her new album on there, and then a few days later decided altogether that she wanted to pull all of her music off of Spotify, which is incredibly unfortunate for us Swifties out there. But she... her
Wait,
reasoning...
hold up. You know the lingo?
Who doesn't know the lingo?
I do not know the lingo.
Who doesn't know the lingo? In the comments, they know it, right? You guys know it.
They,
But she, for whatever reason, didn't want her music on Spotify anymore. So because of that, because of her pulling her music off of Spotify, her YouTube views have actually increased 92% in the past little while since she made that decision.
That
So-
is incredible.
So I guess, I mean, people are also talking about this in the comments a little bit also. I guess, I mean, I don't personally produce music, so I'm not sure the sort of story on Spotify, but I guess the whole reason is artists are saying that they're just not getting compensated enough from Spotify. Spotify charges, what, like $9 a month or $10 a month, something like that, for the service, and I guess they're not sharing enough of the revenue with the artists. And I guess people are getting more from on YouTube with the ads. So, I mean, this might play into YouTube's new thing. They've announced YouTube Music Key, which you wrote our story on
I
that
did.
too.
I wrote
So
a blog post on that, socialblade.com/blog.
So what's the deal with YouTube Music, and how is it going to be different? I mean, you can't actually get it unless you're invited yet, but
Right.
how is it going to be different than Spotify?
It's in beta right now. So YouTube for a while has, or Google in general has had a Spotify competitor for quite a while. Not a lot of people know about it, but it's Google Play Music. And up until this point, they've referred to their premium subscription for, I believe, $10 a month as Google Play Music All Access. So what they're doing now is they're bundling that with what they're calling YouTube Music Key. So for the same price, $9 or $10 a month, you can subscribe to this service once it becomes available within the next 6 months. And you'll be able to not only get access to the full library of all the music on Google Play Music, which is, I mean, it's quite expensive. There's a lot of stuff on there. I don't know if Taylor Swift is or not. Hopefully. I'll look into switching real soon. But in addition to that, you'll be able to watch music videos and things completely ad-free on YouTube. And with that, and it's live right now, you can discover music more easily. So if you type an artist into the search bar on YouTube, it'll bring up their entire discography, instead of you having to go around and find like individual specific videos. It'll bring up complete albums, and then you can watch music videos from the album like that. So that's really convenient. Whether or not YouTube Music Key will do well and how they're going to share that revenue back with the creators is a whole nother story that I'm sure they're still working on.
I'm not sure on the math and everything, but Tim Schmoyer at Video Creators actually made a little video about this I don't know, a week or so ago, And according to his math, at least, if YouTube even rolls this out to sort of YouTube in general, if creators are able to, opt into this, I don't know if it'll be an opt-in, but have their own videos viewed through the subscription thing without ads. According to his math, at least, which again, I'm not positive he did it right, was a win for creators. So you get more potentially from people that have ad block or skip through the ads in the first place. So this might actually work out for both the musicians and also just creators in general if it does roll out wide. So
Yeah, we'll really just have to wait and see what happens with it.
Yeah.
In the meantime, send Danny Taylor Swift CDs for Christmas.
Please do. P.O. box in the description below.
Yeah, Josh, Tim's a good friend of Social Blade, so we like Tim also. Interesting question here. I don't know if we're going to have an answer, but I thought I'd just pull this out. Kevin was asking, what college career would you recommend to a kid who loves technology and social networks and all that stuff?
Communication. I know a lot of people.
That's for
Okay,
like a major
yeah.
to pick. But any colleges that you're I guess the closest age to go into college. Is there anything that?
I mean, I know that Columbia is really good for journalism, but beyond that, I don't know. I try not to think about the future. It's scary.
I actually also getting into any sort of computer or IT degree where you're learning about coding is going to be real helpful too. Because that's the back end of stuff that you really have to know to do a lot of things. Of course, right now, I'm not aware of any actual universities doing like any sort of social media degree. And to be honest, the world changes so fast, I don't think they could. But
I do know that there are some colleges that do YouTube courses. Before sort of Social Blade was my full-time job, I was working at a company that I traveled around a lot for, and I was actually out in Utah. And I got invited, I found out that Brigham Young University out there actually had a course, and they invited me to come in and actually speak there one day, which now actually just sort of behind the scenes, the person that was running that course or created the course is Devin Supertramp. So I mean, he's a huge YouTuber now, and
my
it was
favorite.
Jacob Schwartz, I think, was who was teaching it at that time. I think that's his name, and he's now like a producer for Devin. So I mean. Yeah, there are colleges that do it. I don't know of any off the top of my head, but definitely that'd be actually interesting. Maybe we can look into writing a blog post on that.
yeah, but looking into something like communications or advertising, or I mean, it depends on what you're wanting to do. Are you wanting to create your own
Very true.
empire? Are you looking at working for other people, helping them market? So it really depends on what exactly you want to do with that.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. I guess, if you're making the videos or if you're behind the scenes, there's film schools and there's
Yeah,
a lot of
there's
options.
all sorts of stuff.
By the way,
Thank you,
Kestel,
Jay.
Kestel, if you want to speak about something, feel free to talk. You're talking as much as I am right now. Me and Kestel are sort of like going back and forth with our producer, and like, there's so many things going wrong, but
Yeah, no, it's no problem. Again, I'm kind of on the back end moderating and also trying to see if I can fix some of the things that are going on. So it's fine. I'm listening though. It's some interesting and neat topics. I'll say that much.
thanks, KK.
Yeah.
Hey, Kestel, do you ever use Vine?
No, actually, I've never registered for Vine. I don't know if that's good or not.
Well, then you can't talk about this next topic.
There you go.
I'll be honest, Vine isn't really something that I've done all that much with myself. I've used it, and I'm familiar with it, but I don't know. I did like, I don't know, VidCon, I think like 2 or 3 years ago, I found out about 5-second films over there, which was before Vine. But I did like the format when they were doing it, but then when Vine came out with the 6-second video and everyone was doing it, there's been some really cool creations, but it's just not been something I personally have jumped on. Though it is a really budding video market at this moment and potentially something we might track on Social Blade in the future. But Vine has something interesting. Dan, you want to talk what they sort of did this week?
Yeah, a lot of people are starting to do Vine. Both traditional YouTube creators are creating Vine accounts, and then people who have gotten big on Vine are now creating YouTube accounts. And they had a big presence at Playlist Live too. Collab Creators is a company that does a lot with Vine stars, and there were a lot of them there. But what Vine has recently come out with, Vine's owned by Twitter, and if you might know already, Twitter has a feature where you can opt in to receive push notifications when somebody posts a new tweet by sort of favoriting their account. Vine has that now too. So that's incredibly powerful. Especially because on Vine you're not posting nearly as much as Twitter. So me personally, I'd be more inclined to favorite your account and get push notifications for you over on Vine. So if you're a Vine creator, that's something you might want to encourage your followers to do.
Interesting. 96 Tennis is saying that they just started on Vine and it's easy to get popular for using hashtags on there. So I guess, but don't obviously spam a hashtag, but if you make a video related to a hashtag, he says he already has 6,500 loops already in just a week. So.
Well, and also, great thing to do, research hashtags before you make videos. So that, you know, it can give you inspiration and also you know what to hit to become popular quickly.
I'm not sure for Vine. I'm sure there's a website for that. But on Instagram, I know there's a website called tagsforlikes.com, which will actually suggest a bunch of hashtags you can use on your Instagram pictures there based on various different topics. Like if you do dog video or dog pictures, there's
They
certain
don't have
ones
enough
on
for
there.
technology. I tried to find one for video
yeah.
production. They got to add that.
But yeah, you know, then you see hashtag baby and I'm like, okay, I'm going to go take pictures of babies.
People were saying, I think it was Shadow Yoshi 1 was saying, what's the best equipment to use for podcasting? And probably not this. So many things possibly go wrong. If you guys are interested in that, though, let us know in the comments below or send us a message on one of the social media websites, and we will actually produce a whole video on the back end of how this works.
We have a really intricate setup.
yeah.
If you look on Urgo's Instagram, I believe it's on. You can.
We
see
will
a really
have
cool
a
behind-the-scenes
Social Blade
photo.
Instagram of a bunch of things too.
Yeah. Just go to, we tweeted it out, but Instagram.com/Urgo6667. We have a couple of pictures of the behind the scenes here right now. We're looking at, I thought we had 4 cameras. I guess we only have 3 cameras set up.
We were planning 4, and then Jay's stress level just went far up
Yeah.
to the red zone, and we had to back off.
It
But
makes me feel famous. So many
Yes.
cameras.
3 cameras, 3 mics plus a lapel mic on me here. The computer, I don't know if we've screen shared our computer at all, but we had that set up to do it. Which actually here, Jay, if you screen share it right now, I'll actually show you the picture.
I don't think he's set up to screen share you.
I don't think we're doing so.
There you go.
got it?
There you go.
Ooh.
Look at that. So that's our current stuff. We got that huge mixer there also. So that's what it looks. No, it's not up. Well then,
It's a very
there it is.
comprehensive-
There
we
it
go.
is. So you see the in the top right corner of that picture there. That's actually the
Multi-cam view.
multicam. So we can see all the different cameras there. Then the one on the top left is sort of what's queued up, ready to go live, and then our producer Jay, that's sort of in the left picture, presses a button.
He's looking way too
Yeah.
happy. Like
And
he
it-
doesn't look like he's like really stressed out right now.
He's probably going to have a heart attack by the time the show
Yeah.
ends. It's bad for me.
So yeah, that's sort of what we're doing for the equipment here. Just a
And it works.
bunch of cameras plugged in.
It
like
really
that.
works, surprisingly. But yeah, we've covered a lot of topics. I don't know if we should wrap this up.
Well, we got one more thing to say. Since this we're doing the show, we're all out here, or at least I'm out here because it's Thanksgiving week. Spending it with these guys here. We're actually like right after we wrap up, we're gonna go eat some turkey. And you guys all have your Thanksgiving, if you're in the U.S. at least, tomorrow. So the last thing we wanted to just talk about is sort of there's a couple of Google and Facebook related things that talk about sort of top topics around Thanksgiving, and it's just interesting here. And Jay, you're probably gonna want to screen share this here because they're pictures, pretty pictures.
The stress level.
So
way
yeah,
up.
so Facebook first had they actually put this together themselves, a list of topics that people are thankful for that are different per state. For, obviously, people in general are thankful for friends and family, husband, children, daughter, things like that. But it's interesting to see what people are thankful for most by state. So, for example, currently we're in Washington, and the ability to love, people are thankful for up here.
Aw, that's so
Aw.
sweet.
I'm
But
thankful for Pizza Hut and nothing else.
all right, not a sponsor.
Yeah, you would see if it was.
Dunkin'
You would know.
Donuts
We
needs
have a
to-
little scrolly
Yes,
text across
there
the
you go.
bottom.
It's interesting though. Yoga. People are thankful for yoga in Oregon. Like what?
Oregon?
Yeah, it's
Oregon.
a good place,
Oregon.
man.
Oregon, whatever. But
Oregano.
Virginia and California, YouTube.
All right, I like Alaska. Alaska's thankful for children's laughter.
That's a good one there.
That just makes me feel all warm and fuzzy inside.
Yes.
Alaska.
Massachusetts, is where I'm originally from, is the ocean.
Huh.
We
I like Michigan's thankful for electricity.
Oh, thunderstorms! Look at that.
Thunderstorm. Oh, right up top.
Yeah, Wisconsin, right? We're testing our geographic abilities now. That is Wisconsin,
If
right?
you guys want to share what
Who's
you're thankful
thankful for
for,
Google?
comments
Yeah.
below.
I think that's
Kansas?
Kansas.
Kansas? Is
I
it?
Yes,
think-
because that's Texas, and that's
Yeah,
Ohio. So that must
smack
be
in the middle
Kansas.
of the country, yeah.
It's not Ohio.
No, Ohio's above Texas.
No.
No,
No,
Ohio's
Where's Ohio?
On the right.
Geography 101
Somewhere
by
on the
Social
right.
Blade
Or
staff.
fail-
That might
LA.
be Oklahoma.
See, this is what happens. Oh yeah, Oklahoma, the other
Yeah,
one that starts with an O.
No, Oklahoma's over here at the work.
The one that starts with an O. Right. Sorry.
We
They
got
kind of
way
sound
off
the same.
topic.
So anyway, I don't know. I thought that was interesting. The other interesting thing is
Louisiana had rainbows. I feel
The rainbow.
this one right here is now on Google. What are the top Thanksgiving meals or recipes that people Google for per state?
Ooh, wait, stuffed artichokes in my home state of New Jersey? I never had those.
Yeah.
All right, so here in Washington, smoked salmon dip. I'm not actually serving it because apparently Ergo, Dave, and Jay, our producer, none of them like fish or seafood, which makes me so sad. But if I did make it, I would like probably eat it all myself anyway. 'Cause I love smoked salmon.
I don't know. I don't. We should have like
We should
Googled this
maybe try
ourselves
it.
what these were beforehand. But I like the Dakotas. They have cookie salad and Snicker
All
salad.
right, I know what Snicker salad is.
What
I've
is it?
actually had that before. It's the salad. It's kind of like when you make a potato salad or a fruit salad with like a creamy dressing. There's actually chopped up Snicker bars in it.
Oh, that sounds good.
Oh,
That
man,
sounds
Yeah,
That's what I thought.
so it's like probably the highest calorie salad you've ever had.
Nice.
Cheesy potatoes.
Mm.
All right, I have no idea about the frog eye salad though. That one seems a little scary.
Ew. I don't know. I'm from Massachusetts, and I will have to definitely say that mashed butternut squash. I don't know if we're having that here, but the butternut squash is one of the things my mom makes all the time, and it's delicious.
What's your guys' favorite recipes? And where are you from? Put it in the chat.
comment.
I'd be curious.
Yeah. So like today we're just having turkey with an Italian style stuffing, and Danny's getting all sad because he has to leave. He doesn't get to eat.
I have to go.
And you know, of course, mashed potatoes, because you have to have mashed potatoes at Thanksgiving. I don't think it's Thanksgiving without mashed potatoes. And I am making this year. This is brand new. I'm making homemade macaroni and cheese as a side dish. That way, my children will actually eat something.
So Driver Films is thankful for Pringles and nachos.
I'm right along with him on
Okay,
that.
maybe not Pringles, but the nachos I would.
Nachos are good.
Yes.
Oh, Ohio apparently had children's laughter. Also, Josh is from Ohio. I'm just looking through the comments here now, catching up here. And Josh says also in Ohio they have dirt pudding every Thanksgiving. What is that?
I
Oh
like
my
dirt. You've
goodness.
never.
What's dirt
All right,
pudding?
so if it's all right, I know something called dirt pudding. So maybe it's what you're thinking, but maybe not. Anyway, you take chocolate pudding and you have crushed Oreos in
Yeah,
it,
okay.
and then you sprinkle crushed Oreos on top and use gummy worms, and then it looks like worms are coming out of the dirt.
Yeah, it looks
Okay,
like
I've done
dirt.
that in
It's
a pie
awesome.
before, in a
Yeah.
pie crust, like with
Yes.
a graham cracker pie crust.
Yes. So anyway, that's what I know of as dirt pudding.
And Tristan came back and said that frog eye salad is cottage cheese with fruit and Kool-Aid.
Weird
I don't like
combo.
cottage cheese. So
Whoa!
I'm not
All right.
tough
So
on
how does that turn into frog eye salad?
He says they add other stuff too. He doesn't like it, but his family does.
Yeah, I'm not visiting where you live this week.
We're not having Thanksgiving at Tristan's house.
Okay, guys. Well, we've gone through so many topics. We've gone so off topic. We've raised stress levels throughout the room, and
It's been a fun show,
it's
though.
been a great show.
It's been a good
I-
show.
and
I'm thankful for you guys being here and being able to do this.
and support tickets.
Yeah.
And support
Support
tickets.
tickets and
Well, it means Dave has a job.
it's just,
Send Dave support tickets and just say Happy Thanksgiving.
Yes.
Thanks for doing our support
Hey,
tickets.
let's see
Dave.
if we can send him 100 support tickets by the end
no.
of the day today.
I think I might take the day off.
Bad Jenna. All right, well, everyone sign up for consulting with Jenna, and you can tell her.
Yeah. Free 15-minute consultation
Yes.
of you sitting there eating turkey.
But
Wait,
anyway,
am I the one eating turkey, or are they eating turkey?
No, they're eating turkey.
They're eating turkey.
You're watching.
Okay. No.
We want to know, guys, after this video airs, it's already aired. But
It's
you know,
airing right
it's,
now.
it's airing.
It's like
But, yeah,
live,
in
like it's airing.
Welcome to
That's
the
doing
21st
it.
century, Dave.
I don't know.
What you say right now to that camera, people will hear.
Actually, it's not that. Well, it could be that camera.
I don't know
or
what
that
camera.
you know,
One of those. There's 3 cameras there.
There's a
They
lot
all
of
line up.
cameras.
But you know what?
gonna
We
take a
want to
picture
know
of the
what you
cameras.
guys are doing for Thanksgiving. As Ergo takes a photo.
Cameras.
Yeah, tweet us your Thanksgiving plans.
Yeah, Thanksgiving
Yeah,
plans in the
at
comments
Social Blade.
below. You know.
Tweet us tomorrow pictures of your food.
Yes, yes.
We will tweet out pictures of our food, although we're doing Thanksgiving tonight. So.
And tomorrow too.
Well, yes,
Or
and
another
tomorrow
Thanksgiving.
we're having 2 Thanksgivings. How about that?
Driver Films is filling out support ticket right now, Dave.
God bless you, Driver Films.
Thanks a lot. I'll answer that next week.
Yeah, and if you're elsewhere in the world, Social Blade is not the primary audience is not in just the U.S. We have people all over the world. So
Yes.
if you're not having Thanksgiving tomorrow, well, I'm sorry, we're gonna have lots of good.
You
turkey.
should have
Go
some
get some-
turkey anyway.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go get some turkey anyway.
We actually, I made a video about this, and someone on my video was sad that he's in the UK and doesn't get Thanksgiving.
Kestel, when was your
He's gonna have to
Thanksgiving?
make
Like a
a
month ago.
Thanksgiving.
It was a Columbus Day in the U.S. is Canadian Thanksgiving.
Oh.
Is it always?
Yeah, it was a while ago.
Yeah,
was
we
good.
celebrate Canadian Thanksgiving as well because
Yeah, so I've already had like 4 Thanksgivings while visiting here.
So Shadow's not eating turkey, he's eating chocolate, and Drivers doesn't have Thanksgiving, but he's gonna celebrate with Pringles.
I love that.
Okay.
Stuff.
Yeah, the
Chocolate
Canadian
and
one was on
Pringles.
October 13th.
All right.
Gotcha.
So
Chocolate.
anyway, guys, we've given you your mission of contacting us with your plans for Thanksgiving.
At Social Blade,
Social
send us a picture on
That's our
Twitter.
call to action.
Call to action.
That's a term.
Subscribe. Thumbs up.
Comment.
Thumbs up. Comments. But other than that, guys, thank you for tuning in yet again. Yeti. Sorry. This is
And-
my liner.
And we hope you all have a very safe holiday weekend, whether you are in the U.S. or not. Guys, just be safe, be happy, eat lots of turkey.
And thanks for using Social Blade.
Yeah.
We're all thankful for you.
See you guys next week.
Bye.
Bye.